Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Snow, and I'm here to talk today about how religion provided cohesion in the early American colonies. Aside from Virginia, pretty much all of the colonies came over here with a religious motivation. They wanted the ability to practice their religion freely without worrying about persecution from the powers that be. The only reason Virginia was different is most of the people that came to Virginia were motivated by trading, like, getting furs or materials, stuff like that they could take back home and make some money off of it. For colonies like Massachusetts and Pennsylvania, however, motivations were entirely different. They were not there for the purpose of trade or anything. They just wanted to start over somewhere where they could practice their beliefs without worrying about, well, what if the next monarch that comes through doesn't like our version of religion? They wanted to have something where they would be far enough away that they wouldn't have to worry about being, chased out of their homes in the middle of the night or whatever, as had been known to happen in the past. Now, we can really see how the cohesion was brought, though, by the fact that they were all there for the same purpose of finding a new religion when they first arrived. Not finding a new religion, but practicing the one they already had and finding a new home for said religion. There we go. For instance, in Pennsylvania, when William Penn started it up as a Quaker, he wanted it to be known in England, his homeland, that, we've got this new place where Quakers can come and be Quakers and don't have to worry about it. And because of that, he called it a holy experiment. And what it was is that their border was pretty much open to anyone who believed in one true God. And because of that, his colony boomed. I mean, it was one of the biggest colonies that they had on America at the time. And everybody pretty much got along, according to our textbook. In Massachusetts, same thing. Puritans came over here because they wanted to practice their religion, and when they arrived, they did not really have a problem with division. They were united. They were there for one purpose, for the same purpose, which was to worship God the way they believed that all men should, without having to worry about it, getting them in trouble. Now, the problems that happened was when this cohesion began to get lost. Okay, with the Puritans, this happened in the 1640s and 50s, when the children that had grown up, they had grown up in America, began sort of drifting away from the faith that their parents had established. Another thing that escalated this problem was that there was an edict passed that put Massachusetts and New England and stuff all under the same jurisdiction, and they started having some political problems then. Political problems that they had thought they were away from when they came to the New World. And so what happened is they wound up getting a new state charter, and that new state charter was not centered on the church, it was centered on the state. And with that, cohesion really began to fall apart for the Puritans. The thing is while everyone in Pennsylvania and while everyone in Massachusetts and New England and the Puritan areas, while they were united and cohesive, they didn't have nearly as many problems as we would see later, especially with, all of the violence and things that happened between the native tribes that were here already and everything like that. Problems with that really escalated once things began falling apart cohesively. It's because it's easier to attack a group of people that's, sort of more scattered than it is a group of people that's united. But as our lectures pointed out, and I agree with I forgot his name. Well, anyway, that Chief Justice who said that America was built on a godly foundation. I agree with that. People who came here because they wanted the right to practice their religion the way that they saw fit. And as long as they were able to stay united, things were okay. The problem was external factors such as time and government politics changing with the monarchy. That was where things started to fall apart. And we in our own personal lives need to be careful of that too. We need to make sure that the external factors do not begin to take a toll on our internal life and our relationship with God. I hope you have a great week, and God bless.